Okay, so I'm just gonna like catch you guys up, okay? Because there's a lot of people that probably have no idea who this guy is. I have a stalker and a harasser. I'm just gonna straight give you all the facts, okay? I'm just gonna give you all the facts and just, yeah, I'm just gonna rapid fire this shit. This guy's 29 years old. He lives with his mom. He has no job. He hasn't had a job for over 2.5 years at this point. He lives with his mother in a 1-bedroom apartment. He makes her sleep on the couch. She's like not well mentally or something. I have been in contact with members of his family and they have confirmed that he is absolutely beyond filthy. He does not bathe. He does not flush the toilet when he takes a shit. He can't be left home alone because he leaves the oven on and the refrigerator door open. He doesn't clean up. He doesn't have a job, and he's 29 years old. This is all confirmed by members of his family. All of the stalking and harassing that he has done to me and Todd and many other people, he's actually done to members of his own family. So like his sister, for example, she had to get a restraining order against him for threatening the life of her and her kids. You know, imagine being her kids and your uncle is a crazy fucking psychopath freak that just threatened your life and they don't even really know you. So that's the type of person he is. So if you ever feel any sympathy for him, just remember everything I've told you. Plus he's a rapist. He has had multiple restraining orders and all of this shit against him in the past. So anyway, that's who Lionel is. These are all facts. These are all confirmed cases, either through court documents, court evidence, witness testimonies that went in front of court, all that shit. I don't say something unless I fully 100% believe it's true. And this is supported by evidence because I just don't believe like word of mouth. This doc, you can check it out. This doc is fucking massive. It has all of basically the timeline here. Okay. The last thing that happened was Lionel broke Todd's restraining order. So this is the last thing that happened. Okay, now, when this happened, he was involuntarily committed to a psych ward because he threatened to off himself and he broke Todd's restraining order by messaging him. That happened on the 27th. Now, on the 28th, he files a motion to hold me in contempt for court breaking my own protection order. So let's take a look real fast at my protection order. So here's my protection order. So this fucking dumbass tried to take me to court for violating my own order. So let's read what my order says. The final order of protection from stalking. Okay, plaintiff's address and telephone number shall remain confidential for the protection of the protected person. Now, I want you to remember the key word here, defendant, okay, and plaintiff, the key words. Plaintiff is me, defendant is him. Defendant shall not follow, harass, abuse, molest, assault, threaten, stalk, or interfere with the privacy rights of the protected person. Me. Defendant shall not use, attempt to use, or threaten to use physical force that would reasonably be expected to cause bodily injury against the protected person. Nor shall defendant engage in other conduct that would place the protected person in reasonable fear of bodily injury. You're starting to get the idea here, right? The defendant shall not do this. Never in here does it say the plaintiff. This is a one-way street. I am not restrained by any fucking means. Let's not forget here, I'm the victim. He is the crazy psychopath freak. I am not restrained at all, but he is. The defendant shall not enter or come on or around the premises, the residence, the property. Defendant shall not communicate in any manner with the protected person, the protected person's employer, blah, blah, blah. Defendant shall not direct or request another contact the protected person, either directly or indirectly. This one is very important. This is why he never mentions my name, because he can't, because he's a little bitch, because he's my little bitch. That's why, because he fucking can't. And he's mad that he's suffering the consequences. He is mad that all of the stupid shit that he said, now he is suffering those consequences. You can't just go around and say a bunch of stupid shit and accuse someone of being like a groomer and a file and a criminal without any evidence. It doesn't work that way, at least not with me. You guys get the idea. Defendant shall not commit. Defendant shall not commit. Defendant shall not follow, harass. Okay, so you guys get the idea. Nowhere in this order does it restrain me at all. And you know why? Because I don't need restrained. Because I am not the one harassing him. I am not the one creating fake accounts. I am not the one harassing him. You know what's funny? When we went to court, the judge told me, because the judge was confused as fuck. He was like, I don't know why he filed this, because it is literally impossible for you to be held in contempt of court because you're not restrained in any way. And then I said, yes, I am confused as to why I'm here as well. He told me, he said, you could technically even message him or call him and you're not in violation of this order. Technically, this order is against him, not me. So if I really wanted to, I could type him up a little message. Ooh, yeah, I could type him up a little message. I just want to point that out. Now, in all seriousness, I do not interact with him for multiple reasons. But one of the main reasons is because his life. I know more about him than I know about any other person. When I think about his life and what he has accomplished and the type of person he is, I'm not even kidding. It actually makes me sick to my fucking stomach because I have never known a person that is as vile and worthless and a waste of a life as him. He is failure personified. I have never known someone that loses that much and is that much of a waste of a fucking life than him. Just thinking about his life and interacting with him makes me fucking sick. So I don't do it. I don't want anything to do with him. The only reason I am going into this is because he is still harassing me. And I am spreading awareness on the type of person he is. And I love pointing out when he's a fucking idiot. So until he either shuts the fuck up or, gets kicked out of his house and becomes a bum or goes to jail, basically, he is going to continue to do this for the rest of his life. Well, until his mom can't support him anymore. When his mom can't support him anymore, he's going to be a fucking bum. And this is confirmed by members of his family. His entire family hates him. The only reason that his mom takes care of him is because she doesn't want him to be homeless. Why did he randomly start doing this? The first incident was when he wanted to fuck one of my exes and she rejected him. And then he tried to fuck another one of my exes and she also rejected him. And I called him out on his bullshit. I called him, a fucking, little bitch, and he couldn't take that. That is when it all started. And then it amplified when he apologized to me in a video. So after that incident, there were some years that passed. And during these years, he was harassing Katie, but I wasn't aware of this. I had no idea who Katie was until like a couple years ago. So one of the things that set him off that like damaged him beyond repair is he knows deep down how much of a piece of shit he is. He knows. And he apologized to me and he apologized to a friend of mine. And I rejected that apology. I said, I will never forgive you. You are a liar. You are a piece of shit. And I'm never going to forgive you. You can take your apology and you can fuck off. That's what I said. Well, I didn't say that exactly, but I said, no, I don't fucking forgive you. You're a piece of shit. You're vile. You deserve every bad thing that comes your way. And when I said that, he couldn't handle it because for the briefest of moments, he was very vulnerable and he felt that by apologizing to me, that meant we were okay. We were good. That is far from the truth. We will never be okay. We will never be good. Even if I'm dead, he still loses. I could fucking die tomorrow and he still loses. You know why? Because of the life that he has lived, because of who he is as a person. He will always be this way. He will never succeed in anything that he fucking does. And he is going to die broke, jobless, and alone. And that's his life. That's his end game. There's no reason for him to stop. Even if he goes to jail, it's going to be an upgrade on his situation because, he'll have food and be taken care of in jail. So one of the things that completely destroyed his fucking ego is when I rejected that apology. And I still reject that apology to today. And I will never forgive you. And he thought it was a good idea to defame me, which we all know how that turned out. Imagine being broke and jobless and having nothing in your life and you're in debt like $25,000. Like, holy fuck, man. That's like losing and then failing like 10 times over. I think it's fucking hilarious that such a broke, worthless motherfucker owes me $25,000. I think that's fairly funny. It started off at $23,000, but over the past couple years, it's like gained a couple. So this is the order that he filed against me. He purposely typed this out super small. It was really funny because when I went in front of the judge was like, well, the judge didn't say this exactly, but he was like, I can't read this shit. I had to look it up on the computer what he wrote because the fucking font was so small. So this is him, affiant herein, being first duty sworn states. I respectfully request the court issue a citation of contempt against Tyler for abusing the protection order over 6 months ago. The plaintiff has misused it as a tool to harass and threaten and intimidate me, far exceeding its intended purpose of protection. Okay, so let's talk about this for a moment. Whenever you talk your shit and you run your fucking mouth, I'm going to address it. You are not ever going to say something about me that I'm not going to address. When he says that I have misused my protection order to harass and threaten, intimidate, that's not my issue. That is not my fault that you are intimidated by the order. You should be intimidated by the order. Yes, because you fucked up, you fucking idiot. Maybe when you're not such a freak, bottlenose fucking psychopath, maybe if you were, not that, you wouldn't have multiple restraining orders against you. So that's not my problem. He has repeatedly lied to law enforcement about my behavior behavior. I have never lied to law enforcement on your behavior. As a matter of fact, everything that I've said about law enforcement, I have a court document to back it up. On July 19th, he filed a baseless contempt citation, which was dismissed August 8th. Since this hearing, the plaintiff has both incited and engaged in what in the fuck? In mass taunting, stalking, and harassment on social media. Oh, let's talk about that for a second. He says that I'm repeatedly stalking and posting images of his apartment and full address on X. Yo, imagine him complaining about that when he's doxed me and posts pictures of my house. What a fucking little bitch. What a little pussy. He's gonna fucking say that I did this when I didn't do this, actually. He's gonna blame that on me, which that wasn't me, but then he's gonna do the same thing. What a little fucking bottlenose little bitch, dude. Unbelievable. Like how fucking pathetic of an individual this is. So here's the accounts that he's referring to. And these accounts are fucking hilarious. Here's Ugly Lionel. This is my tweet. Just got out of court. Lionel decided to file a frivolous case against me, claiming I violated my own restraining order. How idiotic and pathetic can you possibly be? The judge dismissed this bullshit and also put in my order Lionel is barred from filing this shit again, which I will get to. And just to be perfectly fucking clear, I am not 23K Lance, Ugly Loser Lionel, Desolance Min, or any other parody account. I've also never asked him to post about or contact anyone. I don't know who they are besides people calling out a psychopathic freak that's a waste of a life. And these accounts, Ugly Lionel, which I think is hilarious. To clear up any past, present, or future misconceptions, this account is not run by Xeno or Todd. At no point did they contact me to create this account. This account is here to document harmful behavior from someone I feel is a danger to himself, his family, and society. These parody accounts really, really, really destroy him mentally. They hurt him and wound him so bad that he went to the lengths to accuse me of being these accounts. And Todd. For the record, in case there was somehow any confusion, I am not Todd or Xeno. Neither of them know who I am. Neither of them asked me in any way to do what I have been doing to Lionel. This is purely for entertainment and to shut him up. And it's working, because normally whenever these guys reply or talk about him or anything at all, he privates his account or he just straight deletes it. Yeah, so like this right here, he just straight deletes it. And finally, let's see. Just because you missed it the first time, you fucking moron LMAO. I'm not Xeno, I'm not Todd. They don't know me and I don't know them outside of their online presence through YouTube and Twitch. I'm just a dude making fun of a dude who owes $25,000. Ooh. See, Lionel has no concept of money or success or anything like that. So he doesn't actually know the gravity of owing someone $25,000. He doesn't comprehend it because he's ignorant to it. You know, he's like, he's just completely oblivious to money or anything like that. These are the accounts that he's referring to. Obsessively stalking me and repeatedly posting images of my apartment and full address on X, including once as retaliation for my refusal to interact with him. Brother. Brother. Oh my god, just the fact that he put that in there is hilarious, bro. He actually thinks that I want to interact with him. That is so fucking funny to me, man. My only interaction with you is talking to my lawyer and him dragging your ass to fucking court, and you have to tell a judge that you're still worthless after months. The last time that he went to court, he had to tell the judge that he was unable to pay, not refusal to pay. There's a difference. He can't refuse to pay me. Refusing is different than unable. When you are unable to do something, it means you physically can't do it. You don't have a choice. You have to pay me. You will eventually either get a job or you will be a fucking bum in the gutter. Eventually, one of those is going to happen. Now, if you are a bum, which is the one I prefer, you're going to be on the streets, and that's going to be great. If you have to get a job, you will have to pay me. That's also going to be great. That's going to be awesome. They're going to garnish your fucking wages. They're going to take the money out of your fucking paycheck before you even see it, you idiot. So it's not that you refuse to pay, it's that you're unable to pay. There's a big difference. Refusal to interact with him, amplified by the large online following. He has put my and my mother's safety at risk, of whom her death he has repeatedly fantasized. No, I haven't. I actually feel sorry for your mom to a certain extent. However, she is enabling you, but that's just a fact. When she dies, you will have no one to take care of you. That's a fact. That's not a matter of opinion. That's not me wanting her. Like, I don't want her. Like, no, that's stupid. But I'm saying, because we all die, right? I'm going to die. You're going to die. Everybody's going to die. When she is no longer able to support you, you will be a fucking bum living in the gutter. That's just a fact. Additionally, Mr. has fabricated online courtroom that never happened, strictly to lie about my history and damage my reputation. Damage my reputation. Okay. I challenge anyone to find something that I said that was untrue about any courtroom, about any hearing. I challenge everyone, because everything that I say is backed by evidence, is backed by fact. It's not backed by trust me, bro, or word of mouth. It's backed by actual events that happened through court documents, court witnesses, that type of shit. The serious shit, not Twitter. My evidence is not Twitter, is not a twit longer. Oh, he abused me. Well, where's your evidence? Well, I posted about it. That's all your evidence? Yes, I don't believe you. It's not that. It's actual real shit in the real world. Also, damage my reputation. Your reputation cannot possibly be any further damaged. You are a stalker. You are bottom of the barrel, shit bucket tier, bottlenose freak loser. You are failure personified. You cannot possibly damage your reputation any fucking more. I am concerned that the plaintiff will continue to manipulate the legal system and law enforcement to falsely accuse me unless hold to account. I affirm under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge. This right here is 100% a lie. And the reason why it's a fucking lie is because he has this document. He knows that I am not restrained in any way, shape, or form. He knows this. And yet he still filed this order. I'm going to tell you what the judge did. Okay. So now that we've read this, I talked to the judge, and the judge said that I am literally incapable of violating my own order, and this entire hearing is a waste of time. Oh, by the way, his little bitch ass didn't even show up either. He didn't even show up. What a pussy. He called in, he got the Zoom hearing, the judge opened up the call, and he never showed up. He said he had a bunch of witnesses. Who? Kelsey? The girl you invented? The girl you made up? Who? All the different people you make up because you're fucking crazy and you have to make up friends. You have to make up these imaginary people because they're the only things that can fucking stand you. The judge said apparently he had a bunch of witnesses to like bring, but he didn't have any witnesses. The judge also said that I should file a contempt against him because he is in violation, because he knew all of this before he filed the order, yet he still filed the order to purposely waste the court's time. The judge gave me some pretty good advice. The judge also told me that I'm literally incapable of breaking my own order. He said I could even directly message Lionel and I still wouldn't be in violation. So here's what the judge put. Defendant failed to appear. The defendant filed an accusation in contempt against plaintiff. The plaintiff is not subject to an order in this case. The contempt accusation is denied and defendant is ordered not to file any further contempt accusations against plaintiff. So thank you, judge, for calling out his bullshit and ordering him that he is not allowed. So not only do you have a restraining order against you, but now you also have an order from the court that the court just bitch slapped you and said, no, you are ordered to not file any more accusations of contempt against the plaintiff. He was ordered to shut the fuck up. The judge told me, he said, I've seen cases like this. And he was telling me one time this woman filed a contempt against her husband, and she did it 60 times. And he said that she knew how to work the system in a way to where she would file it and then she would reschedule 2 days before, but it wasn't enough time for the husband to be notified. So the husband would go to court only to find out that it's been rescheduled 2 days before. And he said finally, when he got the case, because it wasn't originally his case, he put in an order similar to this one to where it basically banned the other person from wasting the court's time. So again, thank you, judge, for that. Now, again, I want to be perfectly clear. At this point in my life, I only update people on this because people need to know what type of person he is. I am updating people because just in case, everybody has their breaking point. Just in case something were to happen to me, like maybe I do get harmed in some way, shape, or form, I want everybody to know that I have a stalker, that I have a person that is constantly harassing me. And if I am harmed in any way, shape, or form, it just might be that person. You're looking pretty cute, my lord. Fuck, wrong account, vanish. Nah, man. So, like, all jokes aside, he took me to court on a frivolous suit. The judge dismissed it immediately. He said that Lionel was wasting court time, wasting my time. The judge also ordered Lionel. He is never to file further contempt accusations against the plaintiff, which is me. So, GG, shut the fuck up. Try your shit elsewhere, you little bitch. Just another win for me and another lose for you. Anyway, that's it. I'll update you guys again, but the next update, I don't know when it's going to be, man. At this point, it's just kind of like routine. I'm just letting you guys know what exactly happens, in the courts and that type of stuff.